Good afternoon. So I'm here with Marcel for this briefing and familiarization with the new boat of the club. So when you step on the boat, before using, the first thing is to remove the cover. The cover is hooked in the front here with a simple hook on this, and there is an identical one here on the back, which is here. And so remove the cover, and you remove the cover from the back, because from the front it will be too tight. So remove it from the back, and once it's removed, you store it here in the front, in this compartment, where there is the other cover, that is the full cover. With the full cover you cover the entire boat. Then the checklist. So on the console you have the checklist here. You have it in French and in English. So the first thing is to check the pressure of the boat flanges here, as you can see, because normally when you return you will deflate it slightly. To fill the... maybe another thing, Marcel, just show you that, remember that the pressure is 2.4 psi and 240 millibar. So this is the pressure, and in the front there is the pump. There is the pump with the gauge here, which indicates the both scale bar and PSI. As we have a new gadget, which is an electric pump that we will use. We will not inflate it now because this requires the engine to be on, so we will show it in a second. To get the key is inside the bolster. And to maybe just show it here in the movie, the button is a little bit high. You have to push the button here and then the bolster open. And here you have the logbook and another copy of the checklist, the paper, the red flag, insurance, everything you need. Also note that this is the small checklist, and this is the complete checklist which you need to consult if you take the boat out of the water and you put it on the trailer. There is also the towing checklist when the boat is on the trailer. As usual, to start the engine, always check that it's inside. Put the keel cord on here. Here goes the keel cord. You see? And the key here. Neutral point. And note that, contrary to the Yamaha, normally to exit from neutral you have to pull this and then you can go. So, but to put it back in neutral you just put it down and it's locked. Keel cord, switch it on, and then power on. Check that the water comes out. Cooling water. Another important thing is that if you want to increase the power when you are in neutral, you have to use this lever. And here you have the usual things, navigation lights. You have navigation lights which switch on white, red and green. Anchor lights which switch on only the light, the white light, the klaxon, and the bilge pump, which is located here in the back. So if I start it, you can see that it's running now over there, behind, here. That's the bigger pump. You can switch it off. The bigger pump is automatic, so normally there is no need to start it. And with the bigger pump we can leave the caps on the back. So now to inflate, if we use the electric pump, you need 12 volts, and the electric pump has quite some power, so you need to increase a little bit the power of the engine. Then you can see that you have to set the pressure here. So it's 3.4 psi, so here should display 3.4 psi. But the idea is that first we do this and this. So the middle one at the 3. So we go down to 3. So 3.0. So you put it in, and then you press start. So it has reached 3. Then you can do the opposite side here.
It's probably too much. I know.
No, it doesn't sound like that. And we start again. Sorry, we lost. Okay, so now it's 3. But before closing, now we do all the others and then we go directly to 3.4. So, when the pump is set to 3, in order to change the pressure, first you have to power it off and then you can change the pressure. So let's put to 3.4 and then we can start. So this now can be closed. When you finished the 2 back one, then we go back to the center one that were left at 3, and you give the last kick, but you can probably see that they are already very close to 3.4. So the summary is that you do 3, 3, then the 2 back one and the front one at 3.4, and then you come back to the center one at 3.4 to avoid hard pressure between the various flanges. The boat has been properly inflated, so we go through the checklist and power switch on the on position. Which is absolutely necessary to switch on the engine, and the power switch is here. So this is the on position, and if it is off, you cannot start the engine. Engine key and kill cord in place, we have already done this. Propeller in the water, engine lowered in the vertical position, so the trim is here. So down. But maybe when you go out of the harbor, to avoid getting changed, you can also lift it a little bit up. Check the fuel level here. So now we are full. If you want to have a visual check, if you don't trust the indicator, you can see it here. So you can see this is the fuel level here. The capacity is, I think, 69 liters. So normally it's enough for a full surveillance shift. And the plan is to have an extra tank, a safety tank in the boat, but we didn't add it yet. This one, yeah.
For the logbook.
Yes, logbook, papers and toolbox under the seat in the bolster. With the bolster is under the seat here. And check presence of the mandatory equipment. So now we go through. So there is the bucket. The bucket is here, inside here. Here is the bucket. The fire extinguisher is there at the bottom. Yeah. Various ropes available here, especially the one for towing, which is a special one that floats. So this is the towing ropes. And from the front is not a problem, but from the back you have this rope which has to go through. It's hooked to the two, it's like a Y. You connect this and then this has to go behind the boat, and from there you can tow another boat. The red flag is in the bolster. The goof is here. The boat has a capacity of 14 persons, but it has only 4 life jackets. So if you want to take on board more than 4, you have to get extra life jackets. The paddles and the anchor are in the front. You have to take out all the life jacket in order to get to the paddle, which are extensible, and the anchor with the rope. And then this is the end of the checklist. You can check the navigation light that we have seen and then fill the logbook. So at this moment then we can leave the harbor. Now you release first the mooring in the front. There is a ring. The two, you can hook the two together and then remove the mooring, and then okay, they went into the water and this stays on board. And with this we can go. You can see it's already going. 1 and 2. There are 2 lengths. The long one are for the baby duck, and the short one which should be used for this one. As usual, you can hook them together and then attach it to the buoy so that then they are ready when you come back. So we go out now. Can you hear? So again, to put the forward, pull, and remember that it's always better to put the hand here and then accelerate slowly like this, rather than putting the hands here. Because with the hands here, if there are waves, today is a special evening because we have the internal regatta, so we have plenty of YCC boats that are out. When then you return the boat, the checklist is much shorter. Make sure to leave the propeller in the water to prevent the corrosion, so in position down. Then reduce slightly the pressure in the flange, slightly, don't need to deflate them completely. cut the power switch in the off position here, like this. And the last thing is to fill the logbook and put back the cover. And then, of course, you moor the boat well, and then this after you have moored the boat as it was in coming here. That's all.